Welcome! Today I would like to share with you the last addition to my collection of plants. This is a Euphorbia, Euphorbia fruticosa. It looks exactly like a cactus, and the only sign that it is a Euphorbia for an untrained eye would be this flower. The flower is very small, the flower is very inconspicuous, and it doesn't look like a cactus flowers. Cactus flowers are huge, cactus flowers are very showy, and cactus flowers are open for only a day or two. This one has been open for weeks. And that's a huge difference between cacti and euphorbias. Plants are classified based on their flowers, not based on their stems or leaves, but based on their flowers, because flowers are the most conservative organs of a plant. Euphorbias have very tiny flowers, and because they are small, the surface area is also small, which means there is no evaporation going on through the flowers, which is important for a succulent. And that's why cacti can only afford to have their flowers open for a very, very brief time. They close the flowers when the pollinators are not around, and they open them only for a day or two, or for a night or two. Some cacti have flowers that are open only for very few hours during the night when the bats that are pollinating them are active. However, because euphorbias, some of them at least, grow in conditions that are very similar to the conditions in which cacti grow, except on the African continent and not in the Americas, they look like cacti because they are adapted to the same conditions. And in order to be adapted to a very dry desert, to a very dry environment when there is little rain and plenty of sun, the plant needs to get rid of the leaves, needs to shrink the surface area, and needs to protect itself from being eaten. And this is exactly what this plant did. It has a cylindrical shape, and that way the area of evaporation is quite small. It is ribbed, just like a cactus is, because the ribs provide some shade. If one side of the rib is exposed to the sun, the other one is not. The leaves are transformed into very sharp spines, just like in a cactus. Look at the spines here. They are quite sharp. They are as sharp as cactus needles are. And this is an example of a phenomenon that takes place in evolution all the time, that organisms that live in the same types of environment tend to look the same. Not only plants, but animals as well. There are only so many adaptations that can be explored, and there are adaptations that are simply optimal for a particular environment, and the shape this euphorbia has taken and the shape that cacti have developed in the Americas seems to be an optimum shape for dry conditions. Well, this is about it. This is about what I wanted to share with you about my newest plant. I hope you like it. I like it a lot, and I hope it grows nicely for me. And I hope next year, or even maybe later this year, I can show you this plant with more flowers. Thank you very much for watching my video. Have a great afternoon.